No, they'll be pissing on themselves all day. What's up, y'all? We back. NCAA. Like I said, we taking over. Hefe. Damn. Okay. I gotta go the other way. I didn't do the other thing. Y'all get to watch it twice.
What kind of music came with today, bro? On this one.
What?
What's the music on this one?
Same one. We're taking over.
Okay.
I'm proving the point.
All right. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I wanted to play the other song, but the clean version was sounding crazy.
What's that?
The clean version.
Of this?
No, of something else I wanted to play.
Yeah. Sometimes the clean, I understand it, man, but some songs you just can't unclean. You can't make it clean, right? I mean, it's kind of like that badass kid. It's born in sin. Let that song ride in sin.
He was born in sin.
Let that song ride off in sin. Oh, you can't like a Luke Skywalker song. It's just like you just constantly, bleeping or just pausing or
I don't want to rock.
Yeah, this is killing me.
I mean, you can't do that.
Can't do that with a Too Short song.
Nah, just imagine playing Freaky Tale.
Mm-hmm. That's horrible, bro.
What up, girl?
Down. Yeah.
Girl, you better not come through here.
You might as well. You like the That's all you're gonna hear. I see what.
Hey, y'all.
Saying.
Get this going.
You ready? Got that?
Get the picture.
All right, here we go. Here.
Hey, you too. Y'all get to watch the exclusive.
There you go. Ready, 2, 3, and bam.
Convict music. We the best. Yeah, we taking over. Listen. Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. Down in Miami, where warm in the winter. All up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Seville, Tallahassee, Memphis, holla at me. BNH Town, Southside, Cloverland, that's the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali. Catman, Cali with my eyes on Dallas. Blowing that spitty, going down Vinny. Drop 643, we're here switching. Red light stop, make a drop for the hit all with it. Anything
ball with that business. NCAA with yourself. Always what we get.
You want to? We can supply you.
All your sports. We need everybody.
We say, hey, Dave, you right. We are taking over this thing.
We're taking over this.
This is, Homeboy Fishing Chocolate Hefe. We started this thing 3 years ago, man. We've been rolling ever since, man.
And we have fun.
We are often replicated, but never duplicated.
Never duplicated. Hey, you can't share this.
Hey, go back and watch the NFL show, folks. But here we go. This is the college football segment show.
No fish.
And so it's a little bit more abbreviated, but we're still gonna give it to you. So here's the rundown. Hey, no fishing, no chocolate chips, no food of the week, NFL show. But we're going to cover some high school football. We can get right into our games of the week. So, high school football, every Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
What happened in South Carolina?
South Carolina football, Dutch Folk beat River Bluff 48-14, Dorman brought that stick and put it on Gaffney, 34-10. Put one side down. And it's right here. I'm put both sides down. This goes out to all them people across town. Spartanburg High School got beat by Bowling Springs Bulldogs, 44-37. Shout out to Bowling Springs and all those Bowling Springs graduates who watch the show.
Man, things have changed.
It's a big thing. It's a big thing. Spartanburg losing to Bowling Springs now.
That's huge, man. So you got a lot of, Spartan High fans, long-time Spartan High fans is probably don't switch to the them Dorman Cavaliers.
Yeah, they changed the blue.
Quietly, at least on the betting scene. But check this out, folks. Stephen, but next week, Homeboy Fishing, Dorman versus Burns, man. That's going to be a heck of a football game.
That's going to be a classic game.
That's going to be classic, man. So get your tickets, Sparkle City, because that is going to be
You know what? Somebody going to be bootlegging them tickets.
Ooh.
I bought 10 of them. I'm selling them. You know what? They done put an end to that in Spartanburg. The Dorman-Spartanburg game last week was on TV. You ain't got to go get in that mess.
But check this out. But hey, that's South Carolina football. Some good football played there. Also some good football played here in Georgia. The halfway going to give it Georgia scores. We had number 2 and 4-1. Marietta at 5-0. North Paulding, who was averaging 44 points a game. Well, Marietta put a halt to them points. Marietta 49, Paulding 21.
You know what North Paulding mascot is?
What?
The Greyhound.
The Greyhound. They go fast, I guess. Hey, we had number 6, North Gwinnett, 5-1. At number 18, Mill Creek, who's 5-1. Didn't matter. North Gwinnett rolled over them boys, 45-3.
Records don't mean nothing.
Dang, Mill Creek. And our last game, number 20 and 5-0, Hillgrove, Powder Springs, Georgia.
Hillgrove.
I used to live there. You used to live in Powder Springs, right? Versus number 4, McEachin, 5-1, Powder Springs, Georgia. Or 5-0, Powder Springs, Georgia. This was a battle of Powder Springs. McEachin ended up winning 19-14, but McEachin had to come back on this one. They scored 13 unanswered points in the second half to win this game. So those are the Georgia high school football scores updates from last night. Looking forward to next week, Dorman and Spy High. I wish I could make that game, people.
Dorman and Burns.
I wish I could make that game. That's going to be – it's at Burns, too.
Yeah,
so.
And they got a little stadium. Just hold everything at Dorman.
All right, Zebras. Keep it fair, Zebras.
Keep it fair.
Yeah, here we go. So let's get into our Power 4.
Power 4, not 3, not 2, not 1. But you know what?
Give it to them.
I don't care about what you think. All I care about what I think right now. My number 1 team goes to the Clemson Tigers. Until you lose, you will be number 1. Forget what them analysts say. My number 2 team, because I make this decision. Don't hurt them, hurt. Jalen Hurts. He'll show y'all what's going to go down today against Texas. He's going to get his respect. He was working out 1 hour after the game. I mean, he's dedicated to be drafted in the first round.
He needs a woman.
He is focused on playing that ball. My number 3 team goes to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Awesome team. All NFL players. But the quarterback. No quarterback from Alabama ever has succeeded in the NFL.
We talked about it last.
Talked about that. There's an old, back in the day.
No recent
quarterbacks than that.
About 20 years ago.
No, longer than that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Joe Namath's typhus. All right. And my number 14 goes out to Justin Fields. Kind of put me in the mood of a young
Cam.
You think so? Man, he's real fluent with the ball. He's going to surprise people. And that coach, the team loves what the coach is doing. So
that's first-year coach. Yeah,
he wasn't first year. He been with the team.
No, what I'm saying, first-year head coach.
Yeah, they rounding around him right now. They balling out. That's my Power 4. What you got here, Fat?
My Power 4 has not changed, I think, since day one. Still, my number 1 team is Clemson. Dabo is the media whisperer. Like, recently, Trevor Lawrence he has a sore shoulder, so he got tested. So the media hyped it up. So he accused them of hyping it up. But then he also stood firm when they played UNC, and he called it what it was, which was a good game.
Yeah.
Now imagine, if he's that good with the media, imagine him talking to 18 and 19-year-old principal men. That's why they got Clemson.
Damn on.
Clemson number 1. Number 2, Alabama. But they quietly replaced Clemson recently as number 1 team in the nation. That's just silly. But they finally played a decent opponent this weekend, and just decent though. Number 3, still Georgia. I don't know why they're not in top 4. They look like the eventual king.
Because they play South Carolina today.
But they still look like the eventual king of the SEC East. But the question is, can they dethrone the SEC West king? That's been their problems for the last few years. And the 4th team is Oklahoma. Like Alabama, they finally play a game of some significance this weekend, but they play against a banged-up Texas team.
It don't matter real banged up.
I don't know. I mean, but they do. Texas got a quarterback eligible. If they're close in that game, watch out for that one. And that's an early start, 12 o'clock start.
12 o'clock.
Those are our Power 4 of the weeks. If you thumbs up, Chocolate Hefe, thumbs down, Homeboy Fish.
Hey, y'all know y'all supporting me if y'all want them crappies. Y'all better go thumbs down for Homeboy Fish.
Hey, we like to bring something new to you. And this year we brought in NFL, but also college. Upset pick. Talk to me.
Upset pick. Man, hold on, man.
I'll give you mine. We getting yours
Go
together.
ahead, get yours together.
My upset game of the week.
Night.
It was going to be Texas of Oklahoma, man, but it's too banged up. So I am going with Louisville. Over number 18, Wake Forest. Wake Forest has been barely getting by opponents all year long. This weekend, I think that Louisville gets its first big pick of the win.
Look here, my upset of the week. I had it wrote down. I don't know what I did with it. I guess the way it was repeated, but I like the Sports Center people. They always had notes. Goes out to the South Carolina Gamecocks. They're coming down here to Athens. Georgia is a very, very undisciplined team if you watch them play. They're very undisciplined, get a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct. And these unsportsmanlike conduct will cause massive change in fields. South Carolina coming in pumped up. Just beat Kentucky. Quarterback supportive. Family here. You hear me? Hey, South Carolina upset today. 24-12.
Well, everyone has opinions, and you know what they are. So here we go. Let's get to our games of the week. The first game of the week, we got number 10, 5-0, Penn State at number 14, Iowa, who is 4-1. Iowa are 3.5 point underdogs at home.
Well, let me
give it to them.
Look here. Well, Iowa suffered their first loss last week versus Michigan, 10-3. That was actually a boring, poor executed offensive game if you watch any of it.
I replayed it in for so when I couldn't sleep early this week.
I mean, it was awful. Who's going to win? You know, me personally, Iowa can score 0 points. Penn State will attack Iowa defense quick. Same song for Iowa. They win early, they lose late. Penn State still trying to stay undefeated till they get a chance on Thanksgiving weekend to play Ohio State. And then Justin Fields will get his just deserved. Mark that day. Penn State in a blowout, 28-3.
Hey, good pick there. The Hefe likes Penn State too. Let me tell you why. Last week's Iowa's offense did not get off the bus.
Man.
After Michigan jumped out to a 10-0 lead in the first quarter, all Iowa's offense could do was manage 3 points in the final 3 quarters. The Iowa's defense stopped them, but the offense only had 3 points. That's not going to work. Penn State has been rolling over lesser competition lately, and Iowa will be there. But Iowa will be the toughest test of the season because of that extremely stingy defense and playing in front of that crowd. But, however, I think that good things do come in small packages. That small package is a 5'8" receiver at Penn State by the name of KJ Hamler, who's averaging almost 17 yards per catch. And he is quicker than X-Lax on a full stomach.
X-Lax not quick. You got to get castor oil. Black Drought.
Penn State stays undefeated. Penn State by 4.
Look here. Oh, I got
Black Drought.
I
they don't know about that.
Is our other people, ESPN, who tries to compete with us.
I don't watch that stuff.
I know they try to. They got. That's what I'm saying. My opinion. You say your opinion. My thought. They got South Carolina with an 11% chance to win this game.
They do have an 11% chance to win this game.
No, they got a bigger chance of that.
You're gonna see.
Go ahead.
But anyway, it's about a pen. So South Carolina wins. This will be their biggest win of the season. But they got to win first. Our next game, we got number 1, Alabama, 5-0 at number 24, Texas A&M, who are 3-2. And Texas A&M are 17.5 point underdogs at home, as well as they should be. Give it to them.
Look here. Well, this week, Texas A&M wish they would have stayed in the Big 12. You remember they transferred out the Big 12 to come to the SEC? Alabama going to bring that stick up there today. Ain't nobody doing no push-ups, the all-TC, the 12th man. You might as well add the 13, 14, and 15. Alabama in a blowout, 52-3. Texas A&M, why are they even ranked?
I agree, man. My whole thing is the Hefe likes
too. Bo prediction. No touchdowns a day for Texas A&M. No push-up. They're not getting in the zone. They will. They're not.
But it won't mean anything.
No, they're not getting in the zone.
Hey, I like Bama, and let me tell you why. Your question, I don't even know why Texas A&M is still ranked.
They're supposed to be in the Big 12.
They're not freaking good. See, Clemson provided you 2 versions of a quarterback that you need to beat Alabama. Number 1, you need a mobile quarterback. That was Deshaun Watson. Number 2, you need an accurate quarterback. That was Trevor Lawrence. Texas A&M quarterback Kevin Mon is neither. Bama big. Bama about 21 in Texas Stadium, in Texas A&M Stadium. And our last game. And I don't know. This one's kind of interesting as well.
Man.
You got number 7, Florida, 5-0, at number 5, LSU, that are also 5-0. The odds makers have LSU as a 13.5-point favorites over number 17 is also undefeated. Give it to them.
Look here. This is the battle for the swamp because Louisiana and Florida both got swamps.
And alligators.
But, man, Louisiana, who got more alligators?
Louisiana, probably.
Louisiana. And they bring in that high explosive offense. I mean, they're averaging over 50 points a game. Yes, I did say that. LSU is averaging over 50 points a game. They have turned that 1990 offense running back to, we're going to spread this stuff out. They're led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow, has 22 touchdowns already. And excitement in Baton Rouge with Louisiana like it has never been before. Player to watch, Justin Jefferson. He has 7 TDs already, and he's fast. I mean, like, real fast. You seen him? He's real fast.
Well, LSU is known for their receivers. They're probably second behind Clemson.
Yeah, last week he had 9 receptions, 155 yards.
They can buy LSU receivers, bro.
Well, Florida is led by a strong defense. And Kyle Trek, he stepped up in place of Frank went down with a knee injury. You remember that?
That was the best.
Players to watch on the Florida game is Danny Reese, linebacker, first-round pick. And somebody I coached since Little League football, his name is Jonathan Grenard. He plays linebacker for Florida.
That's what's
he
up.
started. That's what's up. You know, he transferred from Louisville, and he's like second in team in tackle. I mean,
that's
you know,
right.
and he's a very good guy. Cool. Jonathan Grenard. Jalen played football with him, you know, if you know me. But LSU, they won't. I mean, Florida won't be able to keep up with LSU. I mean, the defense will be there. They will make some plays, but just too much offense. After, you know,
correct,
is outweighed. And LSU in the close with 21-14. I mean, just they're going to score it.
Man,
can you keep up?
I think they were uniform this week. The Hefe likes LSU, and let me tell you why. Florida had a big win versus Auburn Tigers last week at home. They can thank their running back, Piron, for that 88-yard fourth-quarter touchdown that sealed it, and Auburn quarterback Bo Nix, my boy.
Bo.
The classification of freshmen showed up big time last week as he threw 3 interceptions, one in the end zone as they was driving. But the Tigers, these Tigers, LSU Tigers, they face on Saturday are like a feral cat. They cannot be tamed. They have experience at quarterback and big arm, high-flying Joe Burrows. And he has changed the identity of the LSU Tigers. What was a run team before is now a run and pass team. You have to defend both levels now. The defense is nasty and fly around. Florida has a great defense, man, but they're not going to be able to keep up. LSU, they're going to show you why the odds makers had this point spread at 13.5 points. In a statement game, LSU by 21 at home. By 21 at home. And this is, those are, I guess our big 3 games of the week, but this is a big 4 game, which is HBCU football. Every week since day one, we've been giving it to you. HBCU are a part of this society and should be talked about and respected. If you ever watched a special called ESPN 150, very powerful special. It just talked about recruiting. It talks about the history of HBCU football. It was one game before we were allowed to go to institutions, PWIs, that they sold out Yankee Stadium. It was between Morgan State and Howard, was the 2 teams. Powerful, man. But anyway, this week, we got number 5, FAM, in an HBCU polls at number 2, South Carolina State. This game should be fun to watch. In the MEAC, there are currently 4 teams tied for first place that are undefeated. 2 of them play tomorrow in this game. FAM has won their last 3 games by a margin of 15 points, less than a touchdown in each of those games. They have a big play offense is the reason why. Their defense, though, might be a liability. South Carolina State, minus the 1 game versus South Florida, they've been putting them 7s on the board. And they're undefeated at home with the big opening win over Wofford College, a known Division 1A, AA, Power. Now, it's a tough game to call, to be honest with you, man. So I'm just going to go with the home field advantage on this one. I like South Carolina State by 3. South Carolina State stays undefeated. So those are our big games of the week.
Big games of the week.
Now, me and Homeboy Fishing had a very interesting conversation this week.
Trying to figure out.
So we're just gonna talk about a topic here, and give thumbs up or thumbs down. But it's called eliminating the X factor in sports.
Yeah.
We're specifically talking about the Atlanta Braves. Now, I'm gonna get this will start if you don't mind. I got a real short things to say.
Go ahead.
Now, people, number one, the definition of the X factor is this. This is what it says. It is a variable in a given situation that could have the most significant impact on the outcome. Okay, remember that definition. After game 3 of the Braves and Cardinals game, Cardinals pitcher relief pitcher Ryan Hensley said that the Braves relief pitcher said that the Braves tomahawk was disrespectful. As a result, the Braves announced at the next home game that they would limit the tomahawk celebration. And just like that, their pregame rally, their hype song was gone. And so were their chances of winning. So why limit it? Why didn't they just completely take it out? They got punked and they lost their X factor and they fell victim to this sensitive ass world where you gotta apologize for everything. So they lost their X factor. What do you have to say?
Look at here. Your pitcher. When he said that, me personally, I've been to a Brave game. You ever been to a Brave game? As you walking into the stadium, what do you hear?
You hear the chants. You hear the chants. Correct.
And everybody gets a phone tomahawk. So just imagine you out there warming up and you look up in the stand and you got the whole stand rocking.
Exactly. And the whole meaning of it is a war
cry,
a rally cry.
To me, it's actually I guess you could say praising them
for respect.
Yes, showing respect. Just like Tim Tebow would take a knee, Colin Kaepernick taking a knee.
Yep.
This is show respect for something. I mean, because they're not making fun of them. This is their war cry, but they're not the only team that been hit with this. I mean, they really took away the X factor. I know somebody went to the game. They played the fight song 3 times. The guy when you go into an Atlanta game, there's a guy who sits there with a big drum.
That's a huge drum.
Boo, boo, boo.
And hey, just to recap, y'all don't call it baseball. The Cardinals in the first inning, because everything was there, they put up 10 runs. Set a record. First inning.
10 runs. They had no momentum going into the game.
Yeah.
They had no momentum. But look, they're not the only team that have ran across controversies and have changed their name. Look at that. The Cleveland Indians.
That's true.
Yeah, you got one there. Washington Redskins. They said, no, we're just going to be Redskins.
Yeah.
They don't care. They pay their money. The big one that everyone knows, Florida State Seminoles. The guy come out there on a horse, painted up like a war. He throws the flaming spear into the 50-yard line.
That is a symbol. That's a symbol of war. That's what
symbol of war.
We're going to war.
Hey, you know what? They didn't change it. The Fighting Illini, Notre Dame fired Irish. I mean, the world is so sensitive. This is a sport. This been going on here. Ain't like they're making fun of the name. They're not making jokes of the name. They're not using the name in the derogatory comment. If I guarantee there's Ryan Hinckley, you're a genius. And whoever thought of that in St. Louis, you're a genius.
They messed around and I just think that
they just took away all the home field advantage.
The whole reason that you pick a mascot is because it symbolizes something. It symbolizes strength. It symbolizes something that you respect. It symbolizes something your team can rally around.
Right. Oh, and, something like that.
And we live in an ultra-sensitive world, man. It's horrible, bro. It's horrible, man. But anyway, that's football. That's
sport. You know
Braves lost an X factor. So, that's part of the reason why they got beat. And it is what it is.
You know what? We're taking over.
So you going crappie fishing right now?
Crappie fishing. Get some. Hey, don't forget to check out the Instagram. Homeboy Fishing 91. Everything spelled correctly. You check out his Instagram, Chocolate Hand Fan, check out his ventures. He looking Ricky Suave today. I should pour this bucket of stinking fish water on him right now. But you know what? He'll be mad. Hey, you got anything to say?
Well, Ronaldo had a quick comment. B, excuses. X factor is the paycheck. I'm not following you on that, kid.
I don't know. No, you know
But,
what? He honestly don't follow football.
Well, I think I don't know what that is. Yeah,
I don't know baseball. X Factor take away everything. Did you play? Did you play football?
Yeah, Rapey played football.
Oh,
Crazy Legs Pitch.
Look here. Wait, just mad that took away the Blueberry song. Who do we love? We love our blue.
They can't do that, baby.
We love?
It's time to fight.
We gotta take over.
Let's get it going.
Here.
Let's get out of here.
Chocolate FA.
Hey, folks, have a blessed weekend. Have a good weekend. Fall is here.
We taking over.
Yeah, you too. You taking over. No hair free.
It's what I do. I get money, aka I understand.